So the very first thing that I have already gone ahead and done is I've divided the hair from the right side to the left side. Then I've taken two A-line sections, dividing the upper half from the lower half. Now, it's really not half, but you can see the A-line section there, starting at about the occipital bone, working its way to the ear, combing that section down. And that very first section that I'm cutting really is the guide for the rest of the haircut as far as the length of the rest of the haircut. Now you can see I'm taking another A-line section right now, combing that section down, and I'm going to use that section I already cut as the guide to know how short to cut this next section. So pretty much, you're always going to use the previous section to cut the current section so that you can make sure every section is the same length. And you're going to do that whether you're cutting a one-length trim or you're doing layers. You're simply always going to utilize the previous section as a guide to know how short to cut a current section. So the very first thing I need to do is establish the length for this haircut. So you can see I'm taking another A-line section on the left side. Then once I've completed that, I will do the exact same thing on the right side. And then after I've completed the outline at that particular time, I will go into cutting the layers. Alright, so now that I've completed cutting the outline on the left side, it is time to do the outline on the right side. As you can see, I've just taken another A-line section, I've combed that section down. I'm using the previous section that's underneath that section as the guide to know how short to cut this section, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on the left side. Here, on the right side, I'm going to work my way all the way up to the top. Once I'm done taking A-line sections, at that point, I will then start to do the layering. Alright, now that I've got my outline and my new length of this haircut, it's time to do the layering. As you can see, I'm taking a center section down the middle of the back, combing that hair straight back, and going ahead and establishing those layers. Now, those layers, that section of layering that I just got done cutting is the guide for the rest of the layers. You can see I've got another section here. I'm combing that section into the previous section to know how short to cut each section of every layer. Again, taking another section on the left-hand side, over-directing it to the previous section, and then once I've got the previous section in my fingers, I know how short to cut the current section. I'm going to do all the layering on the left-hand side, and then I will duplicate it on the right-hand side. Now that the layering is complete on the left side, I will do the exact same thing on the right side, basically combing the section back, over directing to the previous section, which is my guide, and then cutting those layers. So, going to continue on till I've got all the layers on the right side complete. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some graduation underneath the layers. The graduation is going to push the layers up, giving the layers even more volume, more fullness. So as you can see, I'm combing the hair in a 45-degree angle, pulling my fingers in a 45-degree angle, and just removing that corner that the layers created. And by removing that corner in a 45-degree angle in a graduated shape, it's going to add the nice graduation at the bottom of this haircut. Now I'm doing the graduation here on the right side. I'm going to do the exact same thing, of course, on the left side. Then we're going to blow dry the hair, cross check it, and then we'll be all done. Alright, so now the hair is all dry. It is time to cut the bangs, and I'm going to do some frame-to-face layering just to add a little bit more lightness at the front of the haircut so that my model can get a little bit more volume. It won't be as heavy at the front. So, not a whole lot to explain here, but just going to take the bangs up, and then frame-to-face layers will blend from the outline to the bangs. Alright, so we've come to the end of another haircut. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out the layers in the back with the graduation pushing up on those layers. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And as always, I want to thank you guys so very much again for watching.